You know, today is still February 24th, 2015. This is already 22:30, around maybe 22:40. The reality of this day were really exhaustively weird. I am still walking through and these moments which are not really nice. I am feeling a little bit sleepy. And the clear fact of this like still happens all around, which is insufferable sickness of the soul. At the real of this day, I have found again a disgusting genocider and disgusting genocider abominable excrement called Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, with its officialism that sends to murder people for whatever I do say, and goes to saying that Israel can pay to her for the damages while she is sending to complete Jewish families, rabbis, and the right faith public person of Israel to be captured, raped, and murdered. With them discussing the generation officialism and its Sodom and Gomorrah expertises degenerados. And the reality of this is that she sent an order that I had to be internated psychiatrically and medicated because if she cannot tolerate I to insult her on the level that I've done and using the words that I don't even know what it means. And Royal Academy of Spanish already said that the use of my words is correct except for the forging of the degeneration that is pretending to. We are going to say what it is and what it's not, of course. So while this and murdering people and raping people around making the generations still perras, Sodom and Gomorrah, Argentina, happens that I just went around trying to do something for this night, and I walked a little bit, and I supposedly have been like a very unsatiable nymphomaniac, said, with a whole burning erectus, Homo erectus, or let's say BLYTT, Nareco erectus, in the middle of the way, that I will ever fulfill myself, and also robbing 5 more devices and also selling some stuff and coming to here and with the already supposed robbed and with the already also bought some other things with the money that I didn't give back that I supposedly robbed to Guillermo Prein and saying he himself said so, barras degeneradas, still with the same, after 9,999,208 persons were accused to stolen to Marica Guillermo Horacio Prein, Diabla, $78,000 each of them. The only $78,000 that they themselves robbed and shared. And after that bought titles on the government of the world with prostíbulo degenerado vet, while taking people for the taking 50-50 and they locked them up and killed them, so we are going to be the ones that commence and we are going to say who is God and what is God going to do and who is going to have God and what about. Barras Sodom and Gomorrah, considered of authorities of God, but destroying Rabbi and taking powers from at force. So in the middle of this all through this, also the fact of what I was saying, each of those 10 million persons should be the plefechlachet, says she, saying that he has right, telling that they robbed him $78,000 each, which were the only money he had, and also I. With everything that I cut, saying that he didn't allow me to have, because of Lord said to him that everything is blessed as good and everything, and also my being and my life and my body belongs to him. And he could sing and determine and choose what to do with. Guillermo Horacio Prein. And do you believe such a thing? Oh my God, don't you see me, hipócrita, manipuladora, perra, diabla, degenerada del infierno? Sorry. Oh, and this will be a provocation for he to go to murder people and send the perras Sodom and Gomorrah to murder, rape, and also taking the 50%. Insulted the pastor Prein, la perra falsa profeta, with its Sodom and Gomorrah, which is living off, like Cristina Kirchner. Kill them all because of offense to patriot and the nation, of course. Zorra degenerada de Lucifer. Mierda enferma. So in the middle of this all, at the reality of the day, and I'm sorry the terms again, not for them, for qualifying of what they are, but for the clear fact that still sent to putting bombs in Jerusalem, and sent to putting bombs in Ginebra and also in New York, and sent perras Sodom y Gomorrah, pretender of expertise of her, perra Cristina Kirchner, to murdering International Criminal Court members in New York City, at The Hague International Court of Justice members, judges and others, and at the United Nations Plaza, the three of them, Petronas, Ginebra, and New York, for they to take in position. And also, besides that, to try to murder and organizing for the murdering states and justice bodies. So in the middle of this all, with Perra Guillermo Prein making a strategy of Perra Bruja Diabla, Profana Pagana de Cuarta, taking things which Adonai never gave them and want, destroying my nation, Jewish, saying that they gotta do the works of the enemy of the God, and defines God like the demon they are. Everyone. And the reality of this pretends to saying that they are poor ones, conscious and manipulative shit, as everyone is, for the making what they say is gotta be done. Through this whole, and in the middle of this clear fact, I just went through a certain situation, and I couldn't forward, and I couldn't do no further, and I supposedly been with assembled porn and murdered upon, like normally, naturally, every day does, came back to my address for a problem. At the clear of this, I just crossed by a prostituta degenerada, sorry the word, more violent this to sound, which she is, prostituta degenerada, collaborationist of Sodoma, which has a Ford KA in Buenos Aires, which is Katlech Timat Keboatzbu Achtejan, which is robbed, and she is a goddamn degenerate whore of Cristina Kirchner and of Sodoma, Policía Federal Argentina. And she is a whore of pretender of hospital Alvear, government of the city of Buenos Aires, a member of the kidnap, suppress, destroy, murder, and coins in the pocket, and poverty, erect me to the government of the world. So suddenly this whore were permanently severe times I crossed her, and she were telling, oh there, don't you see, delirious all the time, it's deliring, and we know it's a delirious one, of course he is. And making the damages on the mattress for perras de Sodoma, and watching me today while I were talking in conscience that I am communicating, and telling that I were dangerous and I were making and provoking with the watching me like a perra prostituta degenerada, ready for the jumping and taking the piece as the share for sheer fitting. Her abominable freak of an existence. This disgusting deplahat of Sodoma called to Comisaría 40, Policía Federal Argentina, telling that I offended her and I were dangerously walking on the street in a very condition of violence, and any time that I could rob her and I could attack her because of I will be kind of a very femphobic fag, as she said. Should I say the word maldita del infierno, like Cristina Kirchner, and one of them, and hers. So this whore is organizer of 84,906 in the whole this shit of a neighborhood, making that damn shit like this whore is doing permanently against me and our people, expecting the time to operate and making the, because of the neighbors are denouncing it, that, oh yes, he behaves as a wag and he needs medication right now, of course gotta be internated. Las maricas oportunistas de la 40, which produced this all and associated this class of a element, la Alemania degenerada perra sucia, DNI, 24,609,204, prostitutita degenerada de cuarta, like the whole Alvear, making the business upon me, like the rest all. And also, suddenly when I just came out of the store, and I'm sorry the terms, I crossed by this Roberto Roto terminó. at the reality that since he came to being addressed here, made a business upon my life with Adianero, the before shit. So in the middle of this, the both third parties of Sodoma, Policía Federal Argentina, and I just went out of my door and were just BLYTT, dirty, right at the door. And I just came out and said, oh, you missed it. And I just looked at and I said, oh my God, I didn't realize. Tissues, I have 2 packs. And I said, I dropped it? Oh no, Dad. Oh yeah, sure. And I just left. But the way of the no trust with the son of a snake, because of faint cat no trust, and making kind of a provocation, so you lost it. Should I break the head up? Because of, oh, he were violent and he's mismedicated. He could have been internated now. And the mother is a whore, and I see a parade of men of the armed forces inside and her, and I hear the screaming all the time, and she is, and he is the same, and he also goes to riot like a woman pretending to sing like a woman. He's a fag. And I saw it blow-chopping the whole that generates this, and also blow-chop me. And in the middle of this will be the liars, and this will be infamating and disfamating. And, oh, I'm going to heat it the hell up, and I'm going to break the goddamn existence, and I'm going to put it in the hell. Which already done with our vertlachmi and basfelek, our dubu, for justice. So suddenly, this lacra degenerada telling that they fight for the patriot with, give me a post in your, say word, fellas, inside Federal Police of Argentina, give me a business, give me some chunky stuff business, some money in the pocket, Cristina Kirchner and Guillermo Prein to come to in sweating my ear, saying that this stolen him and made in the whole chap, and he is a blow chopper of the whole degenerates, and he do witnessing, and give me the benefit, I do, and I say whatever you want. And like this crap, degenerate much other all around, like the whole 84,000 and extra. So, during this, Policía Federal Argentina, Fajina, Maricas, have done this job, and prostitutas, Sodoma y Gomorra. Recruiting and associating, saying, let's fight for the patriot. I'm going to give you off this body, and you're going to be the supper of divine. Diabla. Como Prein, diablas. So in the middle of this all, while this were 2,004 persons murdered in the states of Europe, 408 in the US, and 6 in Jerusalem, which were not of the state. But Guillermo Prein, Cristina Kirchner, and perras degeneradas this saying for the patriot. Heads of the states, queens of on the heaven, but Sodoma and Perra Prein, and associated. And I the liar, races against everybody, fights against the world, yes, against you, sheer of the hell. So I spent all the day deliring, and all the neighbors denounces him. He is delusional and whack all over, and also making damages and seeking for our men in the pastas. I'm going to tell you one thing. The list of this that generates this lacra perra sucia, I'm going to put with evidence of what are them businesses and what they do for the well of humanity. About me, I'm not going to get easy and chill out, while Perra Degenerada sends my people to be raped and murdered and taking money from them, like Perra Kirchner, y Prein, y Carnival, to the plain, the poor ones we fight for the Lord, and for the salvation of humanity, yes, salvation of Liaca Masuba, Diablo Degenerado, como vos, toda la misma clase. So at the reality of this, Adonai didn't put me on earth to fitting perras y garrajata, ladillas del infierno, como de Estambul, todos estos. So the reality is simple. Kept on murdering and destroying and making less humanity, and Perra Cristina Kirchner keeps on remaining by murdering Nismans, Vronskels, Barmansels, Kirdinas, Manfradaks, Barsils, and Gorosbergs. And also taking the aspiring to be me. like Prain and the whole perras degeneradas, Sodoma y Gomorra, Fajina, Policía Federal, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, and all prostituta de cuarta like this one, I just given you and I give you here. www.brmcdormctxtb, middle, uat, uet, menkel, commands, middle, sofers, 85, middle, sys, middle, edrmcp, 8485, middle, icels. Command 11.int, https www, just like before https, O.S.RECALL, middle, se la hacemos lo gar, the word